Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get into some fairly detailed stuff now. I'm going to show you how to break apart shapes, break apart things, and then I'm going to show you how to create contours. Okay, as you saw in the last video that I showed you, I managed to, once I put this guy's hand in, all of a sudden I got this space here. Now I tried playing with the paragraph and all that sort of stuff, but I can't move it around. So I've actually got another idea that I'm going to try that I think might be better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, at the moment, the text is seen as one thing, yeah? But I'm going to break it apart, yeah? By breaking it apart, all of a sudden I've got different, I think, no, I need to break it apart again. I need to break the artistic apart, yeah? Now, can I now play around with it? No, I can only move around one at a time. So I'm going to convert it to curves. That's what I need to do. So I'm converting it to curves. So all of a sudden that is a curve, and arrange, convert to curves. Now it's going to see this as a curve, arrange, break the curve apart. There you go, break the curve apart. Sorry, it's taking, you can never tell when you've got these things how easy it is to break these things apart. But sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. You see I've changed that around now. So now I can move that closer and make it fit. So I can move that closer and make it look better than what it looked before. Hang on, sorry, I don't want to do that. I want just that. I want to move it closer. So you can see by doing that, I've all of a sudden, it looks a little bit better than what it did before. I might move that down a bit. Now, speaking of accuracy, I can use my arrow keys and my keyboard to move things up and down, okay? Just by using the arrow key, I can move it up and down. If I hold my shift button, it goes twice as fast, yeah? Twice as fast. If I hold my control button, it goes half as fast. Okay, so one's called a nudge, which is the control. Shift is called a bump, and then just regular is just move, I guess. But just keep that in mind if you're wanting to do that. So some of you are wanting to bunch your text up, push your text really close together, and create this kind of thing. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to do that. Okay, so I can put these together and I could create a shape that way. I'm not going to do that with this. I'm going to control Z, 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 and I'm going to be happy with that. Okay. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to group that together. Control G, group that together, and I'm going to Control G, group that together again as well, because I don't want them to change around too much. So now I've got a group of 7 objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 objects, and this here is a group of 6 objects, which is the surf apostrophe S. If I hold my shift button down, I can click that one and I can click that one, and now I've got 2 objects. The 2 objects are those 2 groups. And again, I'm going to go Control G and I'm going to group those together again now. Okay, so now it means that I can, if I wanted to, move that surface up around to suit where I want to. Okay, so that's me describing to you how you can break apart shapes and play around with shapes. Really, really important for when you're playing around with text. Okay. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is creating contours. So in class I would have talked to you about making that light shine. If you want that light to shine, the light needs to have lines to shine through. Now if I had this as a cut line, that's going to be the edge of the acrylic. Now that's no good. It's not going to shine. I actually want to have a line on the inside. And in actual fact, I'm going to put a line on the outside, and that's going to be my cutting. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the object line. And I'm going to go and create a contour. You will see on yours a thing called blend. I'm actually going to drop that and I'm going to go to contour. I'm going to use a contour in a minute. Before I do that, I'm going to delete this part here. Okay, I'm going to delete that part by going to the virtual segment delete button. I'm going to delete that out of the way. Okay, I'm also going to go and grab a 2-point line, and just for the time being I'm going to draw a line there that's perpendicular. Okay, I can play around with that later on. I can break that apart and play around with that later on. But I want to create a line that goes around the surfer, around there, that's going to be my cut line. That's why I came in here about 5 millimeters, and why I've come in here about 5 millimeters. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an outline. So I'm going to grab this. Actually, first of all, I might just delete that. Yeah, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go Arrange, Shaping, boundary. Give me a boundary. And this is what I'm going to get. This here. You see that? That's my boundary. Okay. So keep that in mind. I'm going to put that back over the top. And I'm going to go from boundary, I'm going to say contour me. Give me an outside contour. And make that outside contour, let's say, 3 millimeters. How about that? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. And done. Okay. So what I've done there is I've created this outside contour, okay, but this inside is going to be my cut line, okay, but it's going to be my light lines, and I'm going to have to play around with that in a minute. And then this outside is going to be where I'm cutting, okay. I've got some issues here. I need to play around with that. I need to delete that, and I need to delete that. And it's the same problem that we have before with the text. So I need to break the contour apart, okay, and then I need to, it's not grouped, that's good. So I've got that. So I've got that, which is that thing there, Control Z, oops, Control Z, move that back. I actually want to take this thing, and I want to delete that, okay, Control backspace, Control delete. Function delete, to delete that. It's actually down here. I could probably have deleted it straight out of there, but I'm going to delete it out of there. So I've got that there now, okay? And now I'm getting ready for this to start to be cut out of plastic, okay? Start to be cut out of the acrylic. So I'm going to draw a line that goes from this node, that goes perpendicular down to there, a node that goes from there, that goes perpendicular down to there, and I'm going to start deleting all the lines that I don't need. So I don't need that line, okay? I don't need any of those lines. I don't need that. Don't need that. Why won't that delete? That. That. Don't need that. Oops. And now can you see, I've now got what I'm going to end up with as my lines that are going to be cut in lightly and my lines that are going to be cut out. So that's going to cut out. So I need now to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I need now to move those lines around, and I'm going to move those onto the object manager so I've got them set up. Okay, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to let you have a play with this. I'm going to get you to play with breaking apart shapes and creating contours. Okay, and you should be able to create something like that. Okay, where